two. Well, hello, everyone. I am so excited to be talking to yet another member of Team Radical, someone who has been a part of our Radical community for years. And I'm so excited to introduce her to you. And she's going to tell you a little bit about herself as we get started, and then share some tips on what she's been doing to pursue her goals, to get closer to her dreams, and to experience the life that not only that she wants, but she knows that she absolutely deserves. So please welcome Diane Collins. Hello, Diane.
Hi, Doreen.
I'm so excited to talk with you today.
Oh, me too. It's good to be here.
So I know all about you, but let them know all about you. Tell us about who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about what you do.
My name is Diane Collins, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm an artist and a writer. Currently, I am working on my memoir and also a writing program that will be an after-school program for middle schoolers and high school students.
Yes. And I know that you are passionate about writing and sharing that gift, as well as writing your own books and novels and things like that. Tell us, where did that passion come
from? I was always a writer and an observer of people and of small moments that really aren't small, but they're very, very big, because the big things sometimes happen in the small moments. So I keep my eye out for that. And it just happens naturally. I like interacting with people, and I like expressing it through words and through art.
Yes, absolutely. And I have gotten to know you over the years, both through some of our Radical events and some of our programs. So share with us, what prompted you to attend our Radical events?
I had been watching you, Doreen, online and through the Steve Harvey program, and I had signed up for various presentations on the computer, and then I got to a point in my life where I was really, really stuck, and I needed to be someplace in person, immersed with people who had the same goals and things in mind. And I was sort of skeptical, because you hear of these meetings and whatnot, and you don't know if they're real. And I decided to take the plunge, and it came at a perfect time. And when I got there, I was apprehensive. I didn't know anyone, but immediately I felt comfortable with the women who were there in the program.
Yeah. You know, just in that answer, you said a mouthful, and I hope that you guys caught what she was saying. Number one, while she connected to me through Act Like a Success, through the Steve Harvey platform, many of you have come to know me that way. You talked about finally coming offline.
Yeah.
You know, so many of us, I get it. You know, we're doing online classes, we're watching webinars, we're going to trainings. And yes, you can learn some things and make progress. But man, there's nothing like getting in the room.
Absolutely.
Getting in the room with other people who are success-minded, other people who are focused on going to that next level. There's an energy in that room.
There's an energy. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you guys caught it. You said you came and didn't know anyone. That's
right.
a bold move. So many times I know people are waiting on someone.
Yes.
Right? I want someone to go with me. I want someone to do this thing with me.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just got to step out there and just go for it on your own.
Yes.
So what did you discover when you got there on your own? Did you feel alone?
When I got there, it was amazing, because I didn't feel alone. I was really excited, because you have to come with that spirit of anticipation that you're going to get something. And that's how I came. And it was so dynamic, the surroundings. There were people who were just starting out like myself. There were people who were at different levels of their journey. And I was able to connect with people who were at different stages. And as you go through life, sometimes you don't know the stages and the steps. You wonder, well, how did someone get there? How did they do that? And that's what I was able to discover by coming to the Radical conferences. there are steps. You just don't get to the top. And all my life, it's like the staircase was hidden. Where are those steps? And so I'm running from exit to exit, trying to find out how did I get up there, or to any level, And the conference pointed me to the staircase, So here it is, and and the tools to move.
And what I love about that is, for many of us, we're trying to put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
And the truth is, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
And we're trying to build, whether it's a business, or whether we want to advance in our career, or whether we want to get our health and relationships together, or maybe we're working on our finances. And all we can do is operate from what we know.
Right.
And sometimes we may even know what we don't know, right? And that means we can go do research, we can Google it, we can look it up. But man, there is that category of I don't know what I don't know. And you come to an event like the Radical Conference, and you're hearing great speakers, you're talking to people in the room, you're networking, and you're going, I didn't even know that.
Yes.
I didn't even know that that's how they did this. I didn't know that's how this worked.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so what were some of the discoveries that you had for yourself? What were some of your aha moments from the event?
How much mindset impacts different things. And just to understand that term mindset that people say a lot, it's kind of thrown around a lot. Right. It's a very serious thing. Mm-hmm. Your habits, your beliefs, and the cultural practices that may serve you at some point, and sometimes it doesn't serve you. Things that were handed down. That was mind-opening for me. It was talking about mindset, and it's not easy to break down. And your default, just what is the default? That was like, so I'm always looking out for my default. I mean, I know exactly what I'm going to go to, and that's not a good thing, sometimes your default system, because it's sort of like a safety zone, but it doesn't keep you safe. It just keeps you out of whatever, sometimes safe is not safe. Because, right. So that was an important takeaway for me, the mindset and the default.
Yes, we talk so much about what we think and what we believe. Yeah. And the truth is, no one has a lack of information. If you want to know how to do something, we all know you can read a book, you can Google,
absolutely,
you can go to blogs. And so, you guys have heard me say this before, and Diane really reiterates it, is that when you know what to do and then you're not doing it, there's something else at play. And what that typically is something that's going on up in here. Yes. Yeah, what we think about, what we believe, what our habits are, what our faith is, yes, what our habits dictate for us. And being able to, first of all, recognize it. Like you said, you weren't even aware that it played such a big role.
Absolutely, yes.
And first of all, to say, hey, wait, why do I do what I do? How has this been serving me, or how has this been hindering me? And then being able to adjust and learn how to adjust.
Yes.
Because changing isn't always easy either.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. And then when you come back from such an empowered session as the Radical Sisters, as the group, into your home base, and people around you aren't on the same page as you, that's when it gets absolutely difficult. Yeah. Because you almost are ready to go back to your default. And as people know you and they want you to act the way that you acted before, because now you might make someone else feel uncomfortable because you're changing. Yeah. So yes, that's something to keep an eye out on. And when you make these friendships at the Radical meetings, it helps you to keep that focus. Yes. It helps you to keep that focus. Because it's very easy to let your friends and family, they want you back, the way you were, they want you back. And I'm not coming back. You know?
Right.
Not to that. You know, you'll have me, but it'll be something else. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why community is so important. Being a part of the radical community, whether it's through our Facebook group or our inner circle, we just don't want you to come to an event and get motivated and excited and maybe even have some things written down of your next steps and
Yes.
then go back home and feel alone. Because
Absolutely.
sometimes the support isn't there at
Right.
home. And
Right.
so what do? You're excited, you're ready to roll, and they're trying to pull you back.
Yeah. They're trying to pull you back.
Pull you back into those
Yes.
old habits and old way of thinking.
Absolutely.
And being able to stay connected inside of the radical Facebook group, inside of our inner circle,
Circle. Yes.
we always,
Mm-hmm.
on a consistent basis, week to week, month to month, encourage,
Mm-hmm.
motivate, inspire, hold you accountable, keep you focused on those
Yes.
next steps so that you can evolve and grow and change into the person you
Yes.
need to become to have the things that you say you want to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly how. And besides that, starting to think about how you can add value to someone else's life and situation. And when you go after something, it's not for a selfish reason to get, I mean, you want to get more. Of course, we all want fancy things, but underneath driving it is you want to know how can you add value, how can you improve, or how can you help. And when I started to, you know, come from that way, it felt genuine. And this learning this way felt genuine because that's what's driving me underneath is how can I help, how can I add value. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, we all want to experience our success.
Yes.
Whether it's in our business or career, materially, financially, but we all know that that success is not designed just for you.
Right.
That success is designed so that you can go out and serve someone else, help someone else, empower someone else. And you can't do that if you first haven't achieved what you want to achieve to be able to spread that message.
Exactly.
Be able to have that ability to help and serve.
Yes.
And so when you think about your big vision, how you want to help, how you want to serve people, what does that look like for you?
I don't want to say coaching, but I do have a fledgling podcast, and it's
we're launching. We're arranging. We're putting it together because I'm sure everyone else can relate. Everyone has a fledgling book, a fledgling podcast, a fledgling business, a fledgling workout program, right? So I know you guys can relate. You know, let us know in the comments. I know you can. But so you are working on a podcast.
I'm working on it, and I already have 1,000 downloads, which is pretty good. And I haven't advertised anything, but they're no longer than 3 minutes, and they're like my take on talking about mindset, talking about comfort zone, and things like that. And I try to do it in a humorous way, and I just keep it really short. And I've gotten people, you know, who say that really opened their eyes about something. So that is one way, you know, that I am doing that. And of course, I'm always speaking to young people about this mindset, goal setting, and whatnot. And my son, who I love dearly, I have transferred all this radical information to him because I type up all of my notes, everything, and I email them to him, and I give him the same conversation that you have given us. And he is really appreciative of it. He's in his last year of college, which is a great transition.
Yes.
So I don't keep this information to myself. That's the big thing.
Right. Pass it along.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, as we wrap up, share with people, you know, just one or two reasons why they should come out to the upcoming Get Radical Women's Conference.
Starting from the ground level, you don't have to be a CEO or an executive or anything to come to these type meetings. You can come from ground zero, which is really the hardest ground to come from 0 to 1. It's you can move when you're on top. It seems like it's really easy because you're already up there, but to get started, this is the place to get started, because Doreen is really interested in helping you be the best that you can be. And you get to meet people who are genuine and who are transparent and who will pull back the curtain to let you see, this is how you do it. This is, it's not we're not keeping secrets here. And that's why I believe that you should come, because it will definitely help move the needle in your life.
Yes. Well, we're going to be coming together March 20th through 22nd in Atlanta, Georgia, the Get Radical Women's Conference. I'm going to be teaching you how to move from an information gatherer to an action taker.
Yes.
Look at our habits and our mindset, our beliefs and our thoughts, and we're going to shift those so that we can amplify the success that we want. We've got great speakers, Nicole Parker. We have Kelly Edwards, our host on the Travel Channel, some other great speakers and sessions that will absolutely do more than motivate, inspire, and inform. It will actually transform. Yes, transform. That is what we are going for. So Diane, you talked about your podcast. Tell everyone where they can listen to your podcast.
Well, it's on Spotify, and it's 2 words, Becoming. I know Becoming is 1 word, but mine is 2 words for a reason. It's called Becoming. And I just wanted to comment on the information gatherer. That part is so key, because I gather some information all day. I mean, I am the queen of gathering information and going nowhere. I have stacks and stacks. So that's something that I'm moving out of that.
Yes, you're not alone. I know people, they are always researching.
Yes.
Always needing to learn one more thing, wanting to set one more thing up. Let me take this one more class, this one more session, listen to this one more podcast. And the truth is, we all have enough information now to get started.
Yes.
Right now to get moving. Put yourself out there, get the ball rolling, take a risk. And I know, Diane, when we first started working together, you had all that information. And it's just been great to see you doing the writing program for students, working on your memoirs, now doing the podcast. No more just researching, thinking, analyzing, pondering. Now you're in action. Yes. Very exciting. Very exciting.
It is.
Thank you so much, Diane, for hanging out with me and sharing.
Thank you, Doreen.
Wins and takeaways from the conference. I appreciate you so much. And I know that we have yet to see all that you're going to be accomplishing in this world.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doreen.
All right.
Okay. Bye.